A very warm welcome to all my students again in my this lecture. This lecture is based on the paper Guidance in Counseling, which is an important paper in BA Education syllabus, MA Education syllabus, and B.Ed syllabus as well. In the process of education, guidance and counseling are very important aspects, and we all should know about both the concepts very nicely when we are going through this objectives of learning education, or we are becoming teacher educators while doing our B.Ed course. After completing B.Ed course, definitely we work as teachers, but as a teacher, we should treat our students like a friend, philosopher, and guide. So, to fulfill our aim, we need to know about this paper very well. In my this lecture, I'll be covering counseling and the process of counseling. Let us start with what is counseling. Counseling is a process in which a counselor helps his client to resolve a problem that he is facing, and this problem may be related to his personal life, his social life, or his vocational life, professional life. He may be having troubles with any of the aspects related to his life, and when he comes to a counselor, he wishes to resolve all those problems. The focus of the counselor should be towards the goal where he can take his client towards, so that he becomes equipped and he is able to resolve his problem. When a person is coming to a counselor, the problem is there that that person is not able to resolve his problem. His focus is towards the problem, but the counselor should have focus towards resolving the problems, not in his own way, but in the way a person who is seeking this counseling, his ability should be known by the counselor. These abilities will help him out in taking that person towards the solution of the problem. There are various stages of a counseling process. The first stage is initial disclosure. This is the step one of a counseling process, initial disclosure. At this level, in this initial disclosure, the person who has come to the counselor, he comes with his problems. So first of all, the prime focus of the counselor should be to know the problem exactly. To make the person speak about his problem, it is very important that a rapport should be made between the counselor and the counselee. So, informal discussions and communication with the counselee can make him develop a good rapport, and such a rapport only can help him out in knowing the exact problem of the person who is seeking counseling. So for a counselor, this step is very important when he is disclosing his problems. When a person who has problems in his life, he is disclosing his problem, and for that a counselor should help him out completely, so that he is able to speak about his problem, because until and unless the problem is not identified, the process of counseling will be not of much use, because it is the problem that has to be focused, and then the solution that has to come out from that process. The second is in-depth knowledge of the problem. This in-depth knowledge of the problem will help him out, help the counselor out, first of all, in summarizing the problem that he has identified with the person in trouble. And then after identifying this problem, the strategies to be made to solve the problem can also be sorted out by the counselor. So this in-depth exploration of the problem will help him out in summarizing the problem, and then the strategies that should be taken up by the counselor and the counselee as well. So this will, when these strategies will be there in the mind of the counselor, he may help out his person who has the problems to come to those strategies according to his abilities, so that he can solve the problem himself. It is not the counselor that has to solve the problem. He has to take that person in trouble in such a direction that he becomes able to solve his problems on his own according to his abilities and interest. The way he wishes to, he should be taken to that level where the problems can be solved in his own way. For this, he should know the personal history of the counseling or counselee also, and the abilities also, which will help him out in taking the person to the right direction. Then there is a commitment and action or goal setting. When a counselor has sorted out the problem and then he has sorted out the strategies also, there should be goal setting. He should take the person in trouble to the goals. This is the main thrust of this counseling process, because the person in trouble is not able to move towards the goal of solving the problem. So he is very hesitant in moving to that direction. That is why he has come for the counseling process. So this goal setting in the mind of the person who is in trouble is very important step for a counseling process, where a counselor has to help him out towards the goal using the strategies that will help him in solving those problems. The next step is the intervention by the counselor. The counselor will intervene with help whenever this process will make him to do so. When the counselee is solving his problems and he is not able to do so, he is getting some troubles, this counselor will help him out in solving the problem. And then the reinforcement will be there, and follow-up program will be there, where the counselor will follow up the whole process and see where the problems have come or whether it is solved or not, and he will help him out in solving his troubles. So these are the stages of counseling that are important to be known for a counselor. Thank you.